Hey everyone, this is Cindy, and I just wanted to share another journal with you. I've kind of been collecting stuff for botanical flower themed journals for a while, and if you follow my channel any, you know that I made a 5-ring binder with the botanical items, and I have plenty left over. And when I found this cover, I decided, it definitely had to be a botanical. So this journal is garden themed, and I just closed it with this little scarf I had. I thought the colors matched pretty well. The title of the book is The Growing Season, and it was a book of poetry, I believe. So anyway, I didn't embellish the cover any. I had this one item I was going to put on there. I kind of liked it, but I wasn't sure. So whoever gets this journal can, do whatever they want to with the cover, and I'll include this if they want to use it. But anyway, I didn't do much to it. So it measures, let's see, 6 inches by 9 1/4. It has a 2.5-inch spine, which I covered with this fabric. It's got blueberries on it. 3 signatures and a total of 180 pages. And it's starting to get pretty thick, you'll see there's a lot of places, like I just left them blank. Like, I could have decorated this, but I thought, it's getting thick. I'm going to stop while I'm ahead. And whoever buys this, they want to put their own stamp on there. So anyway, here is the library pocket, and I just put this little scrap of paper in there, and it matches some items in the rest of the book. The 3 signatures have cardstock on the covers of them. And I made this woven pockets out of just scrapbooks paper and a page from Reader's Digest book. And here's just a journaling card that's been collaged, and it's got that print. I think that was from a calendar. And I just put some lined paper on the back. And there's some pink lace there. You can see that or not. All right, this is the cover of the book. And I just incorporated it into the pages, just like it was a page. And then I have this belly band made out of vellum. It's got the flowers printed on it. And another journaling card, just lined paper and a picture, and then some lace. This is some wallpaper border. Just made a page out of that. And this is coffee dye paper. And this is from an old recipe booklet that someone had made. And I bought a whole box of old recipes, and this booklet was in there. So I just made it a page. Just took the cover off and made a page. And then this is just a little tuck made out of a little scallop. And then we got this journaling card. I'm pretty sure I got this off of Etsy from Christy Art Designs, and it's Christy with a K. And then this is a journaling card from my own digital collection of printable floral journaling cards, I think what I call it. Some ledger paper and just some little lined planner paper. This is from a pack of stuff I got on. It's a typewriter papers, but it was like lessons. So your teacher would give you this form, and then you'd have to fill it out like it was an invoice or something. I remember doing those when I was in high school. Graph paper. This is a page from an old 5-ring binder on gardening. Here's an old piece of music paper, and I just made a corner pocket or corner tuck out of some scrapbook paper. And this came from an old gardening book, and I just backed it onto some paper and stitched around it with some variegated thread, different colors. This is a banner that is also a journaling card, and I left the strings where I had sewn it and just put some little beads on there. It's got some stamps and some trim and a sticker, and I put it on with this blue paper clip. And if you've seen any of my other videos, I did this as part of a challenge. We had to use blue, something old, something new, something we love, and something blue. And what I love is postage stamps. This is just some paper I got from my sister-in-law, I believe. She was cleaning out. This is an actual seed packet, and I just made another little journaling card from a page out of a scrapbook, not scrapbook, a gardening book, and then I stitched around it. I just used this little seed packet as a pocket. That is, if I can get it back in there. There we go. Coffee dye paper. This is just a greeting card. It's an Easter one. So if you don't like the Easter part, you can just cover that up, of course. This is a frame, and I just left it open here so you could slide something behind it. This is just a page from an old seed catalog, and I folded it up and made a pocket out of it, and then just added these little things. This actually popped out of there, but it had a nice little saying, springtime, a season of miracles. So I put it in there. And then this is another one of my journaling cards from my digital collection. Wallpaper. And I didn't do anything to the center of the signatures, but I left them long enough. So if you wanted to add a charm or something. Here's the other side of that Seed Catalog pocket I made. And another journaling card from my collection, digital floral journaling cards. And this is just a journaling card, a tag I made for another challenge. We had to use lace and a circle and something metal and probably something else, I don't remember. This is an old Better Homes and Garden calendar, 2006, and I just made it into a pocket and just put this index card there. Belly band. I love this belly band. I used 3 postage stamps on it, and that was really pretty. Then there's some ribbon behind it, and just added this little journaling card type thing. Just got napkin on the front and just some blank paper in the center and the back for you to write on. Here's the other side of that Easter card. And I made a belly band. This is wrapping paper, and I just put it on some cardstock to make it firmer. And this is just a picture from a gardening book that I put onto some manila folder and some little lace on the top. This was from a book, and just the whole page was a image, so I just made it into a large pocket and put another one of these little journaling cards on it with napkin and paper and just some blank paper on the back to write on. This was fun. I made this in that same challenge where we had to do something blue, something old, something we love, and something new. Okay, the new was the stamp, the bird. Old is that yo-yo. I don't know if you can see it, but the colors are starting to fade on it. And the blue, of course, is the Morning Glory packet. And this is an actual seed packet. I just took this, I don't remember. Oh, this was an old one I had. I was trying to say I don't remember seeing the seeds, but I'd already used the seeds. I just put an index card in there, trimmed it off so it would fit, and then glued the flap back down, and that way it makes it a sturdier tuck. And then just added the different things. And then here's another tag I had to make for a challenge with the circle and the metal and the lace. So just got a lot to offer, that one does. This is the other side of the page from the Better Homes and Garden Journal, graph paper. We're just looking at the back side of the signature here. Here's, I had this piece left over when I made that other side tuck, and I just put it here, and there's 2 of those, 2 journaling cards from Christy Art Designs on Etsy. And the other side of that recipe book, and the wallpaper, and then here's a little bit I had left over from that vellum from that belly band, so I just made a little tuck with it. And this is a pocket I made a while back. I just was just experimenting. It's just a piece of scrapbook paper that I did the corner punches on. And then I put a piece of scrapbook paper here in the front. And then I had this little bit left over where I had cut something out. So I thought, well, that makes a cute little pocket. So there's a little pocket there. This is a bridge card with butterflies on it, scorecard. Then I just had this little plant thing in my stash. This is a daylily. I have a lot of them in my yard, and I've had them forever, and they are ever blooming. They'll bloom all summer. Okay, second signature. It's got lace on it, and this is just a floral envelope I had in my stash, and this is some handmade paper that was part of a wedding invitation kit, and I just sewed some satin ribbon on there and a piece of blank paper so you can write on the back. And this is just a plain tag. I was experimenting with my stencil, so I stenciled it, and then I've got ribbon and raffia as the topper. This is the title page for the book, The Growing Season, and it was a 1976 copyright. Coffee dye paper, some wallpaper with a little side tuck, which I didn't put anything in. Another belly band. This is made from a page from a gardening book, and I just folded the page in thirds so it makes this thicker. And this is another one of those pages I said came from a book, a friendship book or something, and I just backed it on some cardstock and made a journaling card out of it. Scrapbook paper, and this was just some leftover paper, so I just made a tag out of it, a folding tag. And another journaling card from my printable collection. It's on my Etsy shop. Another page from that Better Homes and Garden book. This is a 4-pocket book page pocket, and I just decorated it with this cluster and these different journaling cards and washi tape. Can't get that one out. There we go. This is something else I did for that same challenge where I had to use something blue, something old, and something new, and something I love. Love that washi. And here's another one of those journaling cards. The old part was this fabric and these little beads too. Another little journaling card I just made, just kind of layered up some items from different gardening books. Another Christy Art Design. I'm pretty sure, you know, it may not be Christy Art Design. I'm not sure. I should know these before I start, but I don't remember. And this was just something I had in my stash. Can you tell this is part of the Stash Buster collection? Two playing cards that I just covered with paper so you can write in there. There's the back. This is actually the front. And it's just another little fold out thing that you can write on, and it tucks under that flower. It's supposed to tuck under the flower? Come on. These things never perform on camera, do they? Okay, so that's the front, sort of. Yeah, open it up. There's the blank pages, and then blank on the back to write. Yes. Okay. Another little pocket made out of book page. Just like a triangle pocket with two things. That image is just from a catalog. Here's a little booklet I just made. It was in my stash. It's just blank. And this is another printable from my floral printable journaling cards. Another greeting card. This pocket I made out of some of that homemade paper that was in the wedding invitation box. And then I just made this journaling card with an image from a magazine, and I sewed it onto an index card that had been copy dyed. This book has a lot of pages. This is a flip out journaling. I mean, not journaling. Yes, it's a journal. Center of the signature is what I mean to say. Wallpaper. We got a little tuck here made out of greeting paper, gift wrap, and then just another tag, a large one. Lined paper on the back. Another one I made with the something old, something love, something blue. Just some blank papers for you to write on. Here's another pocket. This is a pocket, and then it flips up. And then I had to make this journaling card for another challenge. We had to use a circle, lace, something metal, and I can't remember, something on your right was the other thing. So anyway, made that one. This is the back of that typewriting thing. Here's an image from a book. I just put it on some cardstock and made a tuck out of it and just put this pink index card there. Music paper from the Reader's Better Homes and Garden book. This is a piece of scrapbook. I'd used a scallop to cut at the edge, made a pocket. This is a silk leaf that I put onto some manila folder and made a little journaling card out of it. A printable from my floral digital collection. And then I just cut out an extra little hibiscus and just glued it to the page. It's another one of those scallop tucks, and this is just an image from a book that I put on some blank paper and then just sewed on that ribbon. Copy dyed paper. This is the other side of the title page. I have this little trifold item here, and I really like doing these. They're fun, but I started putting stuff in it and just decided not to decorate anymore. So I got this one image on the front, and then you can decorate this, you can decorate this. It was just getting so full, and I just did not want to get it so full that whoever buys it can't have, you know, spaces to do their own thing. So anyway, journaling card. This was a junk mail picture, and then I just sewed it onto index card. An old book page with just an image put on there, some paper behind it, and some blank paper to write on. This is just another journaling card made out of some of that handmade paper with a piece of paper on the back so you can write. Third signature. Ooh, this is going to be a long video. Okay, another pocket, and I didn't decorate it much because, like I said, by the time I got this far, I was thinking, uh-oh, I better leave some room for someone else to do it. So anyway, here's those two little tags go in here. And I found these in my stash, just some little postcards. So I cut those out. And another tag that was in my stash. And then I had to make this for a challenge for the Foxy Crafters Facebook page, where you had to use you blindly drew out of a little pot. You had all these little pieces of paper in there with things that you had to make on your tag, and the ones I drew out were beads, bling, flowers, and paint. And if you can barely see it, I used the paint as this brown around it, so I used it like it was distress ink. So anyway, that's that. And just put it right there. Another page from that old Reader's, Better Homes and Garden book. I believe this is a printable from my floral journaling thing. I just made it a tuck spot. Sometimes I forget what I included in that kit and what I didn't have, so I'm not sure. But anyway, this is a journaling card made out of just scraps. And I did it for the challenge. Something old, something new, something you love, and something blue. And this is wallpaper border that's just gorgeous. And I just glued it down as a decoration. To me, if I couldn't do it going up because it would, as a pocket, you know, because it was wouldn't have been going the wrong direction. So I thought it can just be a decoration on the page. A tuck made out of circles and just decoration, and another journaling card from my floral kit, and another recipe book, just some decoration there. This is a sack I made out of book page and just decorated with collage, and this is fabric flower from a shirt, and 2 cards from my floral digital kit, journaling card kit. Here's a pocket I made out of a scarf, table scarf, and it's just blue applique. And I just folded it over and stitched it so it wouldn't have a raw edge on the top. And this is just a card from my printable collection. Wallpaper, this is a greeting card. Another corner pocket that's made out of book pages and it's just doubled up. I mean, two of them. That's from my digital kit, and so is this. And that is too, that little decoration there. All right, so here's the signature. We got a pocket made out of fabric with some trim on it. And just this journaling card from my kit. This was fun. This is a book page that I just Mod Podged a napkin on. And it makes it thick enough to be a tuck, and you can see the word, you know, the words of the book page still behind it. And this is from my kit. This is a little envelope. I didn't put anything in there, I don't think. That I just made, and I stamped it with different stamps and different colors. I just call it like stamp collaging. It's got lace and some metal on it. I think I did that for that challenge too, because there's the circle and the lace and the metal. Journaling card. Coffee dye paper, typewriting paper, the other part of that recipe book. Here is a puzzle piece that I just used Mod Podged some napkin on and made it into a tuck. And this is from my journaling card collection. Here's a flip out. And I just decorated that page. There's that wallpaper border again. And the last page is just a piece of scrapbook that I stitched around and made a big pocket out of it and just put this journaling card in there. And there's laced in the signature. So anyway, that's it. It's getting thick. It's not too bad yet. So there's plenty of room to work in it. And it's going to be for sale in my Etsy shop, Books by Burke. So thanks for sticking with me and watching this. Bye.